Well, good evening there, everybody. I am hopping on for our Scrap Together Live. This is our monthly get-together in the evening, on a Wednesday evening. And every month I come up with some project for us all to do together. And this month it seemed appropriate to do Noreen's fast album formula for 8x8. So I'm going to walk us through that tonight. That way, if it's something you want to do for someone for Christmas, it would be an excellent gift, and I can show you how now so you can do them, as we go. I did 5 of these albums last year. I know I've said that before, just in case you didn't know, I did 5 and gave them to loved ones for Christmas last year, and each one was so different and so meaningful for each of those people I gave them to. So this is really, truly an awesome gift to give. So I just wanted to walk through this with you for the month of November. I'm just going to double check and make sure I made it on live. If you are on, please say hi so I know you can see me. Just double checking my computer over here. It's taking its time. There we go. Yep, looks like I made it. So I'm just going to show you guys a little video of an album I did last year so you can get kind of an idea of what I'm doing. And in the meantime, if you want to download instructions, I did link the instructions, this formula you're going to need, in the description of this video. So go ahead and download that if you need to. Otherwise, it's also in the back of the, I don't know where it is, the 110 or 101 sketches book. It's in the back of that as well, which a lot of people don't know. So, I don't know if it's going to work with the light. It works during the day. In the mornings I do our challenge hour live, so let's see. You can see that okay. So this is an album I did for someone last Christmas. It's a little hard to see, I think, for you. So yeah, it's so simple, yet it turned out so lovely. And this is one I made for my grandma and grandpa, kind of all the grandkids and us, and but yeah, it does 24 pages when it's all said and done. And as you can see, I added some borders, I added stickers and embellishments, all kinds of things. I just kind of made it fun for each grouping I did. So yeah, just a fun little album for you guys to learn how to make here. And it goes so quickly, so you're going to be shocked how fast this will go. Hello Sue, I see you now. Good to see you. I'm glad you hopped on. I'm just double checking my camera too. It looks like I might be out of frame a little bit. Like I say every morning too when I hop on here, what's on my screen above me is so different than what is actually showing up on the computer. So hopefully it all looks okay to you guys, but definitely holler at me if I need to make any adjustments and show you guys something a little closer. So without further ado, I want to get going because we're probably going to need the full hour, if not a little bit more, to do these. You will need this fast formula. Like I said, you can print it in the link in the description of this live. I purchased both the Vintage Chic tone and tone paper and the designer paper pack. And again, I feel like you still can't see that very well. Sorry. It's slower on the computer than it is in real life here, so I'm kind of adjusting as we go. And so I'm mixing and matching tonight, and I already went through just to save us some time and picked out which ones I want from each one. I did not realize in the designer pack of this, every sheet is different. So usually in a pack like this, you get 2 of each sheet. And in this one, they're all completely different. So, I mean, they're similar in hues and stuff like that, but there's no like 2 alike. So, just so you know, that's how it is rolling with me tonight. Hopefully you guys are seeing this okay. It's a minute because it says it's trying to reconnect. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see me still. I might have lost you there. Oh goodness. Okay. I think we're back. So I apologize if you get kicked off. The internet here is not great, so my apologies. But this is what I'm using tonight. And one suggestion I want to share is putting your papers all together that are the same. That way you can cut 2 at a time. So like these 2 are the same. So I would put those 2 together. And as I looked through, I didn't notice any directional papers or anything that's really going to matter to me. These are two I stole out of the designer paper pack. As you can see, they're different, but they're similar enough. The other side's different. So those are two I'm going to put together. And again, they're not too directional. Ooh, it's raining out pretty good right now. Maybe that's why my internet's being wonky. I got these together. So you're just going to kind of go through your paper pack, and you're going to need 12 sheets, regardless of what you're using. You can mix and match like I am, or you can just get one of the same pack and use that. But you're just going to want to go through and make sure. So like even that, you can tell it's giving me a different direction in some cases, but it's not going to matter. And honestly, I don't want you to stress too much about it. And of course, that depends on the paper you're using. So hopefully this glare isn't going to be a problem too. I forgot how dark it gets at 7 o'clock now. So if it's an issue, again, holler at me and I will try to adjust some things. I'll try to keep an eye on the comments. I'm not wanting to move a whole lot here just because I don't want to screw up the internet again. So looks like we're okay. All right, so if I can find my formula here. So we are literally just going to cut as this little grid here tells us. So we have a 4x6 and another 4x6. So we're going to cut at 4, and then we'll be left with an 8 wide. So we're going to turn that and cut at 4, 4, and 2. So that's going to be our formula for every single piece of paper we cut here. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to leave this in your guys' view so you can see it, hopefully. All right, and we're definitely going to want our arm out here. Actually, I'm going to put this paper over here so I'm not moving this too much here. Because we're going to need to measure to, no, we might not need our arm actually. We'll see. Okay. So again, I'm not going to care too much about direction here because I did go through my papers and decided it's not going to matter which way these end up going. So our first cut's going to be at 4. Oh yes, we will need our arm. And then this piece that we just cut at 4, we're going to turn and cut it at 6. So we have, these are going to be our photo mats. And I'm going to get into this a little bit more as we go, but you might not want to put these down on your page quite yet unless you know what your pictures are going to be. So you're going to start making little piles of each size. So I'm just setting those up here. And then next we have our 8x4, 8x4, 8x2, 8x2. So this is our 8 wide. We're going to turn this and we are going to go to 4 because this is going to be one of our 8x4 strips. And again, I'm cutting 2 at the same time, same exact paper. So there's 1. And then we need another 8x4, so we're going to go to the 4 again. There's another one, another 2. And then we're cutting at 2. So we'll have 4 strips of 8x2. So again, you're going to set those in its own pile. So I have 3 piles going up here, 1 for each size. And then we're just going to move on to our next paper. So easy as that. So again, I am taking these 2 now. They're the same exact paper, just like all the other ones. And direction's not going to matter here. And we're going to start at that 4. And the more times you do this, the quicker it's going to go because you're going to get so used to the cuts that it's just going to flow so easily for you. So 4. We're going to turn this, cut at 6. Set those in our pile. And now this is our 8 wide, so we're going to turn that, cut at 4. Put that in our 4x8 pile, cut at 4 again. And our last piece we're going to cut at 2, so we have cutting it in half. Hopefully you guys are still with me. The internet is a little checking. I don't see any comments, so hopefully we're good. Okay, again, we're going to cut at 4. It's funny because during the day, like, my internet is no problem at all, and then in the evenings when I do these, they tend to be a little more wonky. So I'm going to cut at 6. Same pattern, same rhythm we've been doing. I'm going to take our 8 wides, cut at 4, turn it and cut at 4, I should say. cut another at 4 and at 2. As you can see, this goes super quickly. Once you get rolling, do my next 2 like this. Pretty purple on that side. Oh, look at the pretty purple when I cut. Gonna start at 4. It is pouring down rain outside here. I don't know if it is where you are, but holy moly. And then we're gonna turn this and cut at 6. Put those in our pile. We're gonna take our 8 wide, turn it, cut at 4. So we have 8x4s. Put that in our pile. Do another 8x4. And 8x2 for our last cut here for this paper. We still got a few more pieces to go. All right. And now I'm using, these are the mix and match I pulled out of the designer just because I wanted something a little more dynamic as well. So same dance here. We're going to cut at 4 for our first cut. Turn it and cut at 6. So you're probably thinking, all these pieces are exactly the same. How is this book going to be any different? You're going to see all the different ways we can put this book together. It's going to be really neat. I'm actually planning this one hopefully as a wedding gift for this spring. I don't want to say who it's for in case they actually watch these. So I have a person in my life getting married, so I'm hoping they can use this as a little album for her and her new husband. So we shall see. I'm going to make it generic enough so she can fill it in and all that. Should be a fun little gift for her. All right, our last set, 4, turn, go to 6. If you guys are working on one of these or you're gonna work on one of these, go ahead and comment for me what you're creating your 8x8s for, or who you're creating them for, unless you can't say, you're afraid they'll see it or something. Then you can just say it's a gift for Christmas or for a wedding or whatever. I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. 8x4. Another 8x4 and 8x2. Last cut. And we're done with all of our cutting. Look at that. That went so quick. All done. Okay, so our next step, you're going to need your pages. So I have some white 8x8 refill pages and protectors here. Now, I know some people get totally thrown off because I guess the protectors didn't used to come with the pages. They do now. So I tell people when they order pages not to accidentally throw away this cardboard in the back, because these are your protectors. So it does say it on there, but I've had customers before accidentally throw this away thinking it was trash because they were looking at the other side or whatever. So you're going to want to hang on to these because these are going to be your protectors, unless you are using, say, 8x8 side loaders, in which case each of those side loaders, I think they're side loaders, I don't think they're top loaders, have a white piece of paper in them. So you're going to want to pull out those white pieces of paper from your side loaders to use, because you're going to have to build your page on something. So we are going to build on our actual pages here. So that's what I like to use for this. Normally I use top loaders, but for things like this I like to use the actual pages. So just because I already know what I'm doing. So here, I'm going to remove this now. We have our formula. So just so you guys know, we're going to go through this twice to build our pages, because here there are 12. This makes 24. This is the front page, and this is going to be your very back page, or the last page. So just think of this one as down here. They just put these two together, so we knew. Okay. I'm going to go shut my door quick, because I think my hubby just got home, and I don't want all the noise to come in here. Just a moment. Okay. I'm loose Lucy's not feeling well. So she is actually, I checked on her before I started this, and she's calmed out on the couch. So, which is not like her. She does not nap. So I know that something's going on, which is a bummer. So much going around. Okay. So I'm just going to focus on our first page here. And as you can see, it uses 3 of our pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one of these 2x8s, and I can combine with a 4x8. So let's see, I think I want to do, I really like this purple. So I think I'm going to make this my 4x8. Oh man, what do I want to do? And you got to keep in mind too, the other side has totally different patterns on it. So I think if this is going to be for a wedding, however, I'm going to want to use something kind of whimsical and simple for an opening page. So maybe I'll even just go with that guy. So the key to this as well is don't go more than 3 patterns on a page. So that's going to come more into play when we do our 2-page spread. So just so you know, you can sometimes get away with more, especially if there's like a lighter one like this. But 3 patterns is probably the max you want to go with on a page or a spread. Okay, so here are our photo mats, and as I said earlier, if you don't know what photos you're using yet, you might want to not put these on quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on because I am not building this album. I don't have the photos. I'm going to let her build it so she can kind of plan her photos around what I put on there. So I am going to go ahead and pick out, I don't want more circles though. I am very indecisive, so this is, this is fun. Maybe I'll just do an orange. I think I want orange on there. Maybe. I don't hate that either. Maybe we'll do that, and then maybe I'll put an orange something down here. I think I actually like this one better. Okay. And then another thing I want to point out to you guys is even though this sketch shows you how to build it, you can go a totally different way with this. So say you want to put this up here. Instead, you're like, yeah, I'd rather put that up there. You can put your photo down here. You can turn this, you know, you can stray a little bit away from this. It's just a suggestion. So, and I say that with every sketch that I put together for people, that I tell people when I'm putting them together. I'm going to lay this flat so it'll stay flat. So I think what I'm going to do is run with this. So we're going to go ahead and get our tape runner. See, I really like that orange too, but we're going to go with the kind of muted tone here for the opening page of a wedding album. I'm hoping she can use this for like their engagement pictures or something. Just kind of their first year together. I think it'd be kind of a nice gift. And that's what I love about CM papers is they all go so well together. So even if I, you know, totally mix and match, it's not going to be the end of the world. All right, and look at that, one page is already done. Now the other thing I'm using tonight, what I do, are the Vintage Chic Artsy Add-Ons. So I decided to try these because they come with a few embellishments and a few mats. So maybe as I go through, I'll decide I want to use some of these. Like this is our story. Like how cute is that? I could use that literally as a title on here. And you can cut these up. You can, you know, do whatever with them. There's some journaling you can do, but it matches these papers. So I thought these would be kind of fun to implement in this book, and it only gives me what I need. So this is the opener, and it shows you how to cluster embellishments. So if you look at the embellishments on here, and this is with all the Artsy Add-On kits, they give you a few from like the big collection. Oops. And on the back it's like our card kits. So there's 1A, and you can find all the ones. Here's 1C. I didn't think ahead and sort these. I've actually never used these before, so you and I are looking at these for the first time together. Unless you've used them before, then you're ahead of me. Let's see if there's any other ones. Oh, there's a one. Oh. And then I'm just gonna set these aside. Okay. And so these are what it gave me, and I'm not saying I'm gonna use them, I'm just showing them as an example here. So number one are these fun little things. So I could literally like layer these on here for her and build my own little embellishments. So according to this, I should layer like this. And I am not great at layering embellishments, so the fact that this tells me how is pretty cool. So these are Artsy Add-Ons. If you want to check them out, there's other varieties of these. But I mean, it matches pretty well. I might stick it on anyway. So I can look and see all the other ones on here. I think I'll go ahead and put that on because I like it. I think it goes well with this page. I am going to offset it just a smidge. And this one I might want a repositional tape runner for. It's a little narrow. Make sure this morning I mixed them up because I forgot to change it out. So we're good now. I put it back as soon as I hung up on that call. I was like, we're going to change it right now for tonight. Okay. Perfect. So there is our first page. And you don't even have to do the embellishments now. You can literally go back and do them if you want. And I probably will from here on out. I just wanted to show you guys an example of how this works. And now she can put a picture of her and her guy on there. And we can move on. Look at that. Okay. Gonna do away with those. And now we go to our next 2-page spread. So like I said, we're skipping this one. Gonna go to the next one. This is gonna be at the end. I mean, you could go to that one next, but it's gonna look a little wonky by the time you get through it. So again, we need two of each because it's a 2-page spread. So my suggestion is to match here, unless you don't mind or you want to do semi-close, that's fine. So I'm gonna kind of look through my 4x8s, see what I might want to do. Look at both sides. I really love the purple. It's so pretty. But I think my opening page had a big purple, so I might go orange on this one, or if this blue is very nice. I think I'm gonna go blue. Okay, and then we're gonna pick out some strips. I could do that pop of orange. I like that. And again, you do not have to do what the sketch tells you. You can literally like move these around. Like you can do one up here, you can do one down here, like that. So you can move these around as you want, so your book looks different as you go. If you're worried they're going to be like, oh, this is the same layout as back there, go and move it around, that's fine. But I highly doubt they're even going to notice just because of the dynamics of the papers and stuff. So, yeah, I don't think you need to worry about it. But if you are worried about it, no, you can move things around. And I kind of like it like this, actually. The normal sketch has it more like this in that sketch. But I think I like one up and one down. So I'm going to probably roll with that. And again, you don't want to have too much pattern going on here. Just might roll with that. Could do purple. I'm trying to keep it a little bit muted just so I let her do a lot of the popping on it. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with that. Such pretty purple, oh my goodness. This is such a pretty pack. Both of these packs are very pretty. So when I was putting these together for Christmas, I literally would sit in our living room and do this like at our kitchen table. Or like our little table in our living room. Like I literally could just bring everything downstairs and work on it when I wanted to next to the Christmas tree. So that made it fun. Oh, that's pretty too. Oh my goodness. Hold on now. Maybe that's what I want to do. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I just saw the other side. That's funny. So I might change up my photo mat too. It's funny when I look at the other side of the paper, sometimes I'm like, oh, I like that more. And so I roll with it. I did that a lot when I was putting these together too before. Okay, so rather than do this mat, I think I'll pick out a different one then. I want more of a solid at this point. Maybe something like that. And again, you can put this over here, you can put this wherever you want. As you can see, I kind of diverted from the sketch a little bit just by moving that strip up. Something cool I could do too for her is order her a pack of those Artsy Add-Ons and put them with her kit as her present, and then she can decorate it herself too. So maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so there we go. Got another 2 pages done. As you can see, as you get rolling on these, they go super fast. So our next layout is this one. So again, you're going to want to find a couple of these that match. Turn them over, make sure you'll check them all out. Maybe I'll do these this time. Oops. I'm going to keep these together. And for our strips, probably want to go with something kind of solid here, just to avoid any loudness on our page. I do love these purples. Oh my goodness gracious. Not sure I want to do orange with orange. Probably not. Brown's not bad. Gonna go brown. Very vintage chic. Alright. And then our mats. Whatever I did with those. Oh, I buried them. It's funny, I get organized and then I get lost in the chaos. Put these together. With this, I could do a purple, I could do a blue. Trying to decide if I like that or not. Or I could do blue. No, I think I like purple. I'm gonna go bold on this one. Okay. And again, you can move these around however you want. You can put both at the bottom, both at the top. You know, however you want to move them around is totally up to you. Probably going to see the top of my head quite a bit tonight, so I apologize. See, that is so cool. Huh? I'm going to stick with orange because I used this one on the last page. I think that's my favorite paper is that design. The other side. I like this side a lot. Okay. Again, these are kind of centered. Now, if you really want to mix these up, and I was going to do this tonight, but if you watched my live this morning, I finally broke my border maker today during my live. The whole thing kind of popped, and honestly, I've had my border maker for over 11 years. I think it's even been more because I got it before I was even an advisor. So I think it was time, but I was like, oh great, during a live, that was awesome. So what I was going to do, however, was use this poinsettia E. I know it's a poinsettia one, but I was going to use this. It's hard to see, I'm sorry. The lighting in here is not great. And punch like edges of some of these. So I had a different look on some pages, but alas, I do not have my border maker. So that'll save us some time too, but feel free to do that too. Maybe get an edge border and punch out a few things. You can go back through and punch out chain borders and put them on here. And that would look really nice as well. All right, we are flipping to the next page of our signs, and then we'll start all over again. So here we go. Gonna check comments here quick. Looks like we're still rolling okay. All right, so on our next layout here, as you can see, the mats are cut apart here. So these are cut so that you can do smaller pictures. And I am going to do that just because, like I said, it's a gift, and I'm going to let her, you know, pick out the picture she wants so she can cut those down if she wants to. So for this layout, we need 2 of each strip again. Go blue on this one. Of these. What do I want to do here? And that purple is just so pretty. I think I'll go with that. Yep. And then you're going to want to pick out 2 of these, and we're going to cut them in half. But again, if you already know what pictures you're using and you want to go back and do the picture parts later, definitely hang on to these for when you know what you have. But as I said, excuse me, this is a gift, so I'll let her decide what she wants to put on here. Could do brown, I suppose. Might just go with this basic look here. And honestly, if the pictures are going to cover them up anyway, I'm not going to be too stressed out about it. So we'll just go with those. Okay. And again, you can do it like this. You can move it around. You put some further down, whatever you want to do. So, oops, oh, this one. It looks like it's kind of centered between the 2 of them. So those in half, so I'm going to hang on to those for now. And we're going to want to line these up pretty close to each other so our pages will flow. And again, with these like 2-page layouts here, you can mix and match. Just be careful how many patterns you use, like I said, but like say you want to use a different purple here, I don't know which one, or a different blue, or you want to do one of these and one of these, you can, but I mean, it's totally up to you, but it might be kind of a lot once you get everything on there. So my suggestion is to stick with similar patterns on both sides. Okay, so now we're going to cut these in half, and these are 6, so we're going to cut them at 3. Because our photos are going to be slightly smaller. I could have done these both at the same time, but I wanted to make sure my measurements were right before I messed up too. You will have some leftover mats when everything is said and done as well. So if you do mess something up or you need more, you'll have a couple extra. Alright, and then you can kind of layer these on like so. See, I'm just kind of slapping these on here, but this is super easy formula to follow, so you don't need to worry about much. All right, and there we go. Got another one done. we're running out of pages. It's always good when you're using up the pages because you know your book's coming together then. Alright, so for our next one we have some crisscrossing going on here. And again, you can move these around as you want. So we need a couple of each once more. Let's see. What color did I just do? Just blue? Is that what I just did? Yes, blue and purple. So maybe we want to do an orange this time. That's kind of pretty. See, I just love this side of the paper. It's terrible. I might just go with that again. I like it so much. And for our mats, again, we're going to cut these in half if that's what you want to roll with. So let's see. What might we want to do here? Could do some purple. Could do some blue. I think I like the blue because it accents in with that. So I think I'll cut those in half. Again, I'm going to need my trimmer, and I am going to cut both of them at the same time now that I'm confident. Add the 3, because that's half a 6, right? Okay. Set that aside for now. Again, go ahead and stick it all down. And as I keep saying, you can like do these however you can crisscross up here. I mean, you could do it in the middle. I don't know if I would. You could do it, sorry if that sounded judgy. You could do it over here. So yeah, however you guys want to do it is totally up to you. I'm going to probably stick to the sketch pretty much on this one, just so I know exactly what I'm getting. Plus, I like the way it looks, so that should be just fine. Alright, and as you can see too, on here we have 2 of our photos going this way and 2 going that way. So you're going to go ahead and line these up. Unless, of course, you're skipping this part for now, then that is totally fine. You do what you need to do. Pretty excited to give this as a gift. I haven't quite picked out the cover yet. I'm kind of regretting not ordering the last cover they had for the limited time 8x8s because that purple one would have been perfect for this. But I didn't really have in mind to do this at the time. And I was like, oh, I should make an 8x8 album. And then once I finally decided what I was going to do, it was done. So I'm hoping they just come back out for sale. They do exclusive colors, like exclusive 8x8 covers every 6 months, I want to say. Oops, looks like I ran out. So yeah, they do have the core 4 on their line, like the different colors. So there's a ruby and emerald. Oh, I'm sorry, ruby. Goodness gracious, I'm tired. Ruby, the black one. I'm blanking on colors right now. The blue one, cobalt, and brown, I believe. The fudge looking color. So those are always on the line. So you can easily get a cover now for someone in very basic colors and very homely. That's what I did for everybody last year too. So here's our next page all done. All right, last 2-page layout for this round. And on this one, we're not going to use any photo mats because you're going to encourage 4x4s. Or you can do whole photos on there too. I did that with a couple pages last year. So we need 2 of our 8x4s and 2 of our 8x2s, and we're going to put them on top of the other one. So let's take a look here. Let's see. I already forgot what I did. Alright, so maybe I'm going to do like a purple here. Trying to mix it up a little bit. And this one's actually going to go this way. Okay. And on top of our purple, what do we want? I like to kind of lay them out here. Man, I love the orange and purple together. It's just so fun. But maybe I should do something a little classier this time. Could do brown. It's not bad. I think I like the brown. Okay. And again, you can move this one over here. You can put this one up here. You can put them in the middle. It's totally up to you how you want to do these, and you can mix and match as you go throughout your book. So this one's going to be so easy. We're only putting down a few strips. There we go. That's it for this one. So they can put photos there. You can put photos there. I also put some on each side in one of my albums. So again, you can run this however you want. You'll want to go back and embellish once you know what you're doing. And finally, we're going to go through this again. We don't want to forget this last page, however, back at the beginning. So you might want to circle it or star it or something so you don't forget to go back and do it. Because what we're going to do is do this page and then do this page again here. Or I suppose you could do the title page and that one, but I like to go in order, so that's how we're going to go with that. I'm going to act like this is the back of the book, but then I'm going to continue all over again. So again, we need a couple of strips here. And you're going to feel like you're running out. What I might do is base it kind of on my first page, or I could base it on the next one I'm going to do. So maybe I'm going to do a set aside, just so I know I have them. Make my last page similar to my first. I'm going to set aside the colors I used. That way I know they'll be there when I go back to do it at the end. And when we had one of the ones like this, but not quite that one. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So I want to save those for the last page. So I think for this one, I'm going to try to match it with this one. I mean, I might as well do them together, right? Oops. And again, I can just do them in this order. I can do this one here and this one here. It's up to you. So let's see what we have here. Got some browns left. Orange. I do like the blues. I think the blues are very pretty. Oh yeah, it's gonna go this way. Gotta keep in mind the directionals too, which again, I don't think it matters with this. So I'm probably just gonna roll with that. It doesn't bother me at all. Just because there's not like, can't really tell what that is. It's just kind of generic. It looks kind of like waves, but who knows? And I might just use these here as well, like I am. Oh, I don't know. I need a little pop on here, I feel. Maybe not those. Go orange, maybe. I'm a very indecisive person, so it's always fun, like, trying to figure out what I want to do here. Or the purples are really pretty. Go purple on this. I just realized those are two different oranges. Haha. That would have been funny if I would have actually stuck those down. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. And then for our photo mats, do love that one. Could go orange on the photo mats as well. Or I could do these. That's interesting too. I think I like the more subtle look. I keep tending toward this one just because I think it's so pretty. Just checking comments one more time. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and stick these down. And again, I'm doing this one and decided I'm starting over my pages here. So we will come back and do this one again at the end of our book. But you'll get to the end and be like, oh, there's like an extra page here. What do I do? Oh yeah, it'll be your reminder. Oh, do I want to go this way actually? Yeah, I want to go over here. I just realized the sketch goes more that way. And again, you can do it however you want. Ooh, see, that's kind of fun too. We'll stick with the blue. I'm getting tired. My bedtime is super early, so. Okay. And there we go. I'm gonna do this one quick. That's a pretty one too. I never have to keep an eye out for that one when I go to do my next pages. Just can't get over how pretty this purple is, and I know the lighting in here does not do it justice, but trust me, it is vivid and vibrant and gorgeous. Can't say I know what her wedding colors are, but she's very, the person I'm making it for is very like, this is kind of her style, like very like farmy and vintage chic, you know, so this is definitely right up her alley. All right. Now we're going to go back through, and as you run out of papers to pick out, it's going to go faster and faster. So maybe I'll just go right in order. Who knows? Just for fun. Let's flip them too. Oh, let's see. There's something to orange and brown, and maybe it's because it reminds me of Reese's or something, but I do like it. I don't want to use those again for picture mats, but I might go with those because I do like this blue a lot. And I feel like the blue is a good way to break up. Ooh, the purple's pretty though too. Ooh, purple or blue? You know what? I'm gonna go with purple on this one. I'm still guessing. I'm still second guessing. Yeah, I like purple. We'll just run with it. And again, you can move these around however you'd like. So I know in my other one, I did them. See, I still like them in the middle. I don't want them on the outsides. And again, like people are gonna flip through your book and they're not gonna remember you did the same layout, you know, 12 pages ago. It's gonna be totally fine. Oh yes, last time I put one at the top and one at the bottom. That's what I did. So this time I'll put them both at the bottom. They're just gonna love the book you give them. And if the book for you, so what? That's great. Go ahead and use it. Again, if you guys are on and you want to tell me if you're making one of these books, go ahead and comment what you're making a book for, who you're making it for. And if you can't say names, go ahead and just, you know, say a gift for someone for Christmas or whatever. Oh man, I like the blue again. Ah. We're gonna just roll with it. It's okay. Again, it's a gift. There we go. All right, look at that. We're rolling now. Now we're down on this one. Two of these, and you can go back. Like I want to see, I don't remember what I did the last time I did this layout, so that's one before. Okay, I did this just so I can refresh my memory. Not because I want to match it, but just because I'm curious what I did, mostly. Okay, we got some purples. See, we're getting low, so now I'm like, oh gosh, but it's really okay. It's not a big deal. Oh, I just realized one of these is turned. That's funny. Okay. I really like these. I think I'm gonna go with that. I feel like I've done this combination before, but I don't know for sure. Could also go blue, but I really like that orange. You know what? It's fine. And again, we have our mats to use. Got kind of mixed up here. Let's see. Might go blue on this one. Okay. Getting hard to see because I'm layering here. There we go. So funny because when this paper pack first came out, I was like, yeah, I don't need it. And then the more I saw people use it, I was like, holy moly, that's such pretty paper. So I was like, I'm gonna make an 8x8 out of that. Okay, sorry if you guys are seeing the top of my head. I'm not blocking things too much. Someone's trying to break in, so I apologize if someone comes in here. They left. They must have saw I was on a live and walked away. I warned them that I was on a live. Okay. Alright, now we are in our final stretch here. Go ahead. You want to keep in mind keeping matching up. So it looks like we're going to be just fine in the matching front here. Got lots of fun colors to choose from still. So, just can't get over that orange and that purple. They're both so pretty. Oh wait, we're going, oh yes, that's right. Now I'm like, what did I do last time for this one? Like second guessing myself. Yeah, that's fine, okay. Okay, and again, we're gonna be cutting these in half. So, oops, don't wanna do orange on orange. Brown might be okay. Even that one. I think I'll go brown. I have a lot of those left too. So. Okay. You're going to want to line these up kind of similar, and you could go back and punch out a border and put it, you know, along the edge. What I usually do with these is I will a lot of times get them all down, kind of like what we're doing tonight, and then I will go back through with my pictures. And as I'm putting my pictures in, decide, oh, I want to use this embellishment, or this border would look really nice here, or these stickers would. So tonight's all about getting the foundation, excuse me, and then as you go later, you can finish it tonight, or later on, you can go back through, you know, and put in a border or whatever you want to do. So that's my suggestion. When you go back through, go ahead and embellish as well. That way you can kind of work with your pictures a little bit. And I know it's probably too late to say this, but if you want to watch the video all the way through first before putting this together, that might be a good way to do it as well. That way you know what to expect as we go. Because you might be watching this right now and don't have, you know, your stuff to do it quite yet, or you're just kind of checking it out and you go, oh yeah, I want to make one of those, but instead of that page being that way like on her book, I'm going to do mine like this. So you can take notes on your little printout. All right, got a couple more to go and then we're done. Can you believe it? This has been going by so quickly. And again, I am a sucker for the purple, so I think that might be the winner here. Okay. Oh, last time did I do purple with this? I might have done that already. Oh my goodness, that looks familiar. Yes, I did. That's so funny. All right, so we're gonna do blue. Oh no, this is a whole different layout. We're good. But I'm still gonna do this way, I think, just so we're not matching too much. Ew. And another thing I want to take note of is for my last page. Yes, those will go together just fine. Okay. So you kind of look ahead a little bit on when you're getting down to the wire here, and make sure things are going to match for your next or for your last few pages, because you will get down on strips and you're going to be like, oh, I got 2 browns. Like, you don't want to end up with these for your next page. Like, I can flip them, so that's going to be fine. And any of these combinations work fine. And then I already pulled out my last page once, so we're good there. So just keep that in mind as well as we go. I could do the brown and blue. I really like the purple. I'm going to go purple. I just can't get over how much I love it. So. You know, I'm going to go more the muted tone in this one because I feel like I've been using a lot of vibrant tones lately. So. And again, you can rearrange these however you want. Like if you want to do this one different than the last time you did this layout, go for it. You can scooch strips around and work them around however you want. And then for our photo mats, I like the idea of orange. Cut these in half. Add the 3. Wow, I did almost keep to the hour. That's great. Thought for sure I'd be going way over tonight. But. And again, you want to keep these artsy add-ons and at your head as well. These are bigger than these, so you'll want to, you know, work with that. But you could use these for some of your mats as well. So if you do acquire the artsy add-ons, keep that in mind. You could switch out some things. Just make sure your patterns aren't overwhelming. That's my biggest suggestion there. And then our back page, and we are all done. So our choices are made for us here, which is great. I could do this way, I could do this way, I could do this way. So many options, so little time. I kind of like the purple on the brown. That's kind of cool. I think I did the purple on orange last time, maybe? I know I did. Okay, this is too funny. I did the brown on the purple, and now I'm doing the purple on... I might have to do purple on orange. Or brown on orange. Okay, we're going to do that just because I want it to look different. And like on here, it says you can journal on your strip, and mine's going to obviously be too dark for that. So what you could do is get like a lighter piece of paper and put it on there. You could get the Write On strips that are like $3 for a whole pack. So put those on there so you can eliminate that problem. Super easy. If like on here it's suggesting journaling on something dark. So super easy. You can also move things around, journal where a picture is supposed to go, or you know, whatever. I could do this way too. I actually don't hate that. Oh no, I did the purple on brown, didn't I? That's so funny. I have good taste, okay? I wanted to stick with it. I could. I mean, the person I'm giving it to is they're not even gonna notice, to be honest, probably. That I did similar colors on 12 pages later, you know. Yes. But how funny would it be if they did? I'd be like, you're very observant. One we don't do any photo mats because this is the one where they can do 4x4s, they can put a whole picture on. So this one doesn't have any mats. So we are going to have a bunch of leftover mats here, 4 to be exact. And then don't forget to go back and do that last page. And I already pulled out stuff for that one, so it kind of matches my first page. Which now I'm blanking on what it looked like. Yes, okay. This, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go, I kind of want to go this way this time. So I'm gonna. And look at that. We are all done. Came together so quickly. So now you have 24 pages ready to go for your 8x8 album, either for a gift or for yourself. You know, if you want to put together a quick album of your year, this is a great way to do it. Yeah, so I would love to see what you guys do. If you want to post some of your pages when you're done, or even do a little video and post it, I would love to see. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this. Feel free to go back and use this formula again and again. Make sure you go through and embellish. So I'm blanking on what else I needed to say. But let me know how it goes. I would love to hear, you know, who you're giving an album to and what they thought of it, and just all the fun things that, you know, scrapbooking has to offer in terms of gifts and stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to let you go, and I hope you guys have a great night. Please share what you do. I want to see it. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys, and thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you have a great night, and ask any questions you want in the comments. Have a great one.